So, as always with HIIT, because we're starting quite early in the morning, we're going to start with fascia circles just to wake up all the joints through the body. So starting with the left leg, circling through the ankle, trying to get into all of the ranges of motion of that ankle even. Then take it in the other direction. You can always hold on to something if you're not quite feeling so balanced this morning. Hands can be on your hips or out to the sides. Then take those circles into the knee. And then take them in the other direction. Good, and then take them into the hip. Got a class that's a little bit of everything today, so full body workout. Starting the day right, obviously, and then bringing those circles forward. Good, and then pop that leg down and we'll do the other leg. So again, starting with the ankle, making the circle as big as your range of motion in your ankle will allow. And then take it in the other direction. Creaks and cracks going all over the place over here this morning. Then take those circles into the knee. And take those in the other direction. And then into the hip. And the other way. Brilliant stuff. Then bring both feet to the floor, wider than hip width. Circles into both hips. Really stretching the hips forwards and then taking them back. And then take that in the other direction. Brilliant stuff. And then keeping the hips and shoulders as still as possible, circle through the ribs. Really bringing them forward to the side, to the back, to the side. We're often quite stuck in there. And then take those circles in the other direction. Good. Then a few circles through the shoulders, really squeezing the shoulders up and dragging the shoulder blades down the back. And then take it in the other direction. Squeezing the shoulders together, rolling them forward. Then circling through the wrists, really big circles with the hands open. And then the other way. And then with fists. And the other way. Then into the elbows. And the other way. And then really big circles through the shoulders, really reaching up and back. If your shoulders feel really, really tight this morning, you can always do backstroke. Getting into all those crunchy bits in the shoulders. And then bring them forwards. Nice big circles with those arms. Squeezing the shoulders together behind you. And as always, you can always do front crawl if it's too tight with both arms together. Then bring the hands down by the sides, take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Just stretching out down the side of the neck, maybe giving that side of the neck a bit of a squeeze if that feels good this morning. Then take the chin towards the shoulder and then scrape the chin around the collarbones, around the front of the body, and then take the ear towards the shoulder on the other side. Maybe have a squeeze down that side of the neck. Then take the chin back towards the shoulder, scrape it around those collarbones until you come back to the starting position, and then bring the head back to neutral. Keeping the chin parallel to the floor, take a nice big inhale, exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale center, exhale one way. Inhale center, exhale the other way. Inhale center, exhale one way. Inhale center, exhale the other way. Then bring the head back to center, drop the chin down towards the chest, interlace the fingers and cup the hands around the back of the skull. And really get the chin as close into your neck as you can, and then press it down into the collarbones. Then press the back of your head into your hands as you press your hands into the back of your head. Couple of breaths here. Then release that one off, last back stretch. Take your hands around the back to the left hand side and then tilt your head over towards the right. Then bring your head up through center, move your hands around to the right hand side so the left arm comes around the back, and then take the head over towards the left. Excellent. Then come towards the tops of your mats and we'll do a few sun salutations just to make sure the body's really warmed up before we start the HIIT. So just starting gently, waking the body up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees a lot. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long back, nice long neck. Exhale, fold. Pressing down through the hands, step back to plank. Take the knees to the floor. Then take the chest and the chin to the floor and scoot forwards into your cobra pose. Exhale, come back down to the mat, tuck the toes, take the hips back towards the heels and press up into our first down dog. Really spread the fingers wide and really press through the fingers as well as the whole of the palm. Start with the legs bent, even if you know you can do it with straight legs. Take the chest towards the thighs, really pointing the sit bones up towards the ceiling, wrapping the shoulders around so the back is really strong. And then start to pad one heel down towards the ground, then the other heel down. Just gently moving from side to side, stretching out down the backs of the legs. Then looking forwards, step forwards to forward fold, nice bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Excellent. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards, nice bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, long back, long neck. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. One inhale in plank this time, pressing the ground away, tucking the tailbone under, engaging all the muscles in the legs. Then bring the knees to the floor and then bring the chest and the chin to the mat. Scoot forwards into cobra. Opening the chest, shoulders relaxed down the back. Exhale down, tuck the toes, take the hips back towards the heels, press up into downward facing dog. Nice big inhale here, nice big exhale. One more, nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. Inhale as you step forwards behind the hands. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, stepping it up now. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back to plank. And then knees, chest, chin, or really tense up your plank and then come down through chaturanga into cobra or up dog. If you're in up dog, engage those legs. Make sure the knees have popped off the floor. Stretch the chest forward. Then taking the hips up, come over the toes into downward facing dog. Looking forward, bend the knees, step or hop forwards to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep it moving. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back to plank. 3 breaths in plank. Really tuck the tailbone under. Engage the legs. Encourage the heels away from you. Press the ground away through the hands. Engage the shoulders. One more inhale here. And then exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or come down to chaturanga into your cobra or your up dog. Stretch the chest forward, shoulders relaxed. Engage the core, engage the legs. Take the hips up, come over into downward facing dog. Really stretch through the shoulders, encourage that chest towards the upper thighs. Then looking forwards, bend the knees, step or hop forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Adding a bit of movement this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Go back with the left leg, so we're in crescent lunge legs. Drop the back heel down, so we come into warrior, and bring the front elbow to the front knee. 3 big circles through the shoulder. And then take those circles the other direction for 3. And then come back, windmill the hands either side of the front foot, turn back onto the toes of the back foot, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or come down through chaturanga into cobra or up dog. Stretching that chest forward. Take the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Float the left leg up, bend it at the knee. Open up through the psoas, so opening up the deep core muscles, stretching out. And then 3 big circles through the hip. And then take those circles in the other direction. Stretch back up, reach those toes over the back towards the right shoulder, keeping the shoulders as level as you can. Then looking forward, bring the left foot forwards, bring the right foot forwards. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, exhale, hands to heart center. Other side, inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Take the right foot back, drop the back heel, bring the front elbow to the front knee, and then 3 big circles through the shoulder. And then take those circles in the other direction. Good. Then windmill the hands down to frame the front foot and then step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or come down through chaturanga into your cobra or your up dog. And take the hips up and over into your downward facing dog. Really pressing through the fingers, pressing through the palms. Float the right leg up, bend at the knee, stretch into that deep psoas muscle. Stretching those toes over towards the left shoulder. keeping the shoulders as level as you can. And then 3 big circles through that hip. And then 3 in the other direction. And then bring that foot all the way forward behind the right hand. Bring the other foot forwards and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good stuff. We seem to have lost Amy. I hope she's okay. Okay, so we're going to start the HIIT rounds now. First one, we've not done it for a while, is Goddess Dance. So this is great for really toning that all the way around the legs and also into the core. So we start at one end of our mat. We come down into chair pose. We open up into the middle into Goddess. Then we come to the other end into chair, and then we stand up. So we go into chair, we open into the middle, we come into chair, and then we move our arms as if they're moving through gravy to bring the fists towards the hips. So it goes chair, open, chair, bring the hands to the hips. We always exhale on the up, and if you have been coming to class for a while and you want to step it up, instead of just doing a standing up, you can come up onto the toes, really squeezing everything in towards the midline, or you can do a little hop. But we always land and then go back down into chair. So it's up to you which way we do it. 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So start at one end of your mat. I'll give you more instructions as we go through. So let's go. So chair, open into Goddess. Chair, exhale up. Chair, open to Goddess. Chair, exhale up. Chair, open, chair, chair, open. Good, first round done, relax. So with the exhales, we always exhale noisily in HIIT. Really getting the energy out of the body. Let's go, next round. So down we go. Open to chair, 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 Goddess, chair. Good. Making sure the hips go back behind the knees and that the toes always point the same way as the kneecaps. Second round done, rest. Okay. Trying to keep the bum nice and low as we move through. Let's go. So chair, Goddess, chair, chair, Goddess, chair. Good stuff. Keep moving, keep breathing. Down we go. Open, down, down, open, down. Another round done. Good stuff. On the rest in between, you can do whatever feels good. Next round. Down, open, down, down, open, down, down. Keep the bum low. Good. Down we go. Open to Goddess. Chair. Keep breathing. Nice big exhales. And rest. So you can also stretch in Goddess and the rest if you want to. Whatever feels good for your body. Next round. Chair. Open. Chair. Chair. Open. Chair. Good. Think about pulling the core muscles in as you move. And think about squeezing the inner thighs when you move from Goddess to chair. Good. Rest. 3 more to go. Let's go. Chair, Goddess, squeeze, up, down, open, squeeze, up. Making sure we've got some sort of engagement in the muscles. Good stuff. Excellent, rest. Okay, so last 2 rounds. So if you want to step it up, We either come to tiptoes or do a little hop either side. So chair, goddess, chair, hop and land. Chair, goddess, chair, pop. Chair, goddess, chair, pop. Good. Good stuff. Okay, last round. Either continue as you are or try for a tiny bit faster, but never losing form. We always want to keep the joints safe. Almost there, keep going. Excellent stuff, well done. Okay, so to have the little rest in between rounds, we'll come down into Sphinx. Just stretching out those hip flexors after we've made them do all that work. If you need some water, have some water. Whew. And just enjoy stretching out the front of the body in Sphinx. And whilst you're there, I'll show you and explain the next one. So the next one is predominantly about arms. We have different options. We're going to do 4 rounds of one thing and then 4 rounds of another thing. So entry exercise is to do little press-ups in tabletop for 4. If you want to make it more difficult, you take the knees back. You can have the knees up if you've got knobbly knees, or the feet up if you've got knobbly knees like me. It's not very comfortable to have my feet down. So we can do little press-ups with the knees back. Or if you're feeling like you can totally boss it this morning and you're really strong, you can come up into a plank and do little press-ups in a plank. We're not going all the way down, so we're not coming all the way down here and pushing up. It's a small movement to try and get into the tricep muscles. So we do 4 face down, and then we do 4 face up. So the face up, hands are behind us, we take the bum off the floor, and we just sneak down through the triceps, making sure the shoulders are engaged, so we're not sinking down into our shoulders, our necks are nice and long, and the movement comes from the arms. Okay, so 4 face down, and then 4 face up. Ready? Of course you are, born ready. Right, so entry exercise, let's start. You're in tabletop, little presses, elbows come back towards your sides, and then you press the ground away. Hands should be slightly forward of your shoulders, so we're not over compressing the wrists. Excellent, and rest. On your rest, you can do anything. If you'd like to stretch the arms out, then you can do an active child's pose, so you can sit and stretch. Round 2. So tiny little pulses. Whichever option you like. Knees go further back, makes it more difficult. Keep those noisy exhales coming. Good, and rest. Think about pulling the core in on these exercises too. Okay, next round. So if this core is strong, it makes all the other movements much easier. Excellent, and rest. We have 1 more on these, and then we'll switch to face up. Get ready, let's go. Tiny movements. Exhale on the up. Pull the core in. Press the ground away. Good. And rest. Okay, so the next 4 are reverse. hands can either be pointing towards the bum or fingers out to the side, whichever feels best on your wrists. And tiny little presses coming from the triceps, trying to keep the rest of the body as still as possible. Tuck the tailbone under. Good, rest. 3 more. Pull the core in. Use the breath to help keep moving. It's probably burning by now, but it's only temporary. Good, and rest. Last 2. Yeah, give those little triceps a little rub. Okay, let's go, next round. Good. Last 20 seconds. Then we give the arms a rest. Let's go, last 20. See if you can do it a little bit faster. Keep that belly pulled in. Keep the movement coming from the arms. Good, keep breathing. Oh, excellent, well done. Give those arms a shake. Give them a stretch. Give them a little wiggle. And then whilst I explain the next one, have a drink of water if you need. Give those wrists a little squeeze. So just taking the forefinger and the thumb around the wrist and just giving them a squeeze in between the bones and where the hand joins. Okay, so the next one is all about legs. So we do 4 rounds of one thing and then 4 rounds of another thing. So the first 4 rounds are alternate lunge backs from chair. So we start in chair, we lunge back, come back to chair, we lunge back with the other leg, we come back to chair. We lunge back to chair, we lunge back to chair. So we keep switching legs, 4 rounds like this. Then we move to goddess. Hands can be wherever you want in goddess. We come down into goddess, we come over, we kick to the side. We come down into goddess, we come over, we kick to the side. So we do 4 rounds of that, switching from leg to leg to leg to leg. So in your chair, always slide the hips back so we're protecting the knees. So we're not forward on our knees like this. Our hips are back so our knees are above our ankles as much as they can be. And then that's where we lunge back from. Your lunge step is as long or as short as you want it to be. Obviously the shorter the step, the easier the exercise. The longer the step, the more difficult. We want to try and stay low. So this is really going to get into the bum. Are we ready? Steady, yes. Let's go. So chair, lunge back, chair, lunge back, chair, lunge back, chair, lunge back. Good. Keep the breath moving. First round's done already. This one's going to be easy. Leg muscles are much stronger than triceps, I believe. Okay, round 2. Chair, lunge back, chair, lunge back. Keeping the bum nice and low. Stretching that back leg out. Keep the breath moving. Good. 2 more rounds of this. If you want to bring in more arm movements, you can always lunge back with the arms as well. It's up to you. Okay, so next round, if you're doing the arms, forward in chair, lunge back with the leg. Really engage the muscles in the arms so they feel like they're moving through treacle. Good, done. One more. Then we move to goddess. Get ready. Let's go. Keep the breath moving. Keep the core pulled in. Think about squeezing the inner thighs towards one another too, because that will help with your balance. And rest. Okay, for the next 4, we're moving to goddess and then a kick. Hands on hips or at heart center, it's up to you. Let's go. Good. Nice and low, and a kick. Nice and low. Excellent stuff. Really squeezing those inner thighs together as you come up and kicking. Rest. 3 more. Okay, get ready. Let's go. Making sure you have got your core muscles pulled in so you're in control of the movement. No overbalancing. Good. Excellent stuff. And rest. Next round. Let's go. So in goddess, your toes always point the same direction as your kneecaps. Pull the core muscles in. Squeeze the inner thighs together as you come up. Good stuff. Okay, last round. So if you want to make it more difficult for yourself, arms straight up above your head for the whole round. Your choice. Good stuff. Coming down nice and low in the middle. Keep the core in. Keep breathing. Good. And rest. Well done. Come down onto your mat. Legs into butterfly. Grab some water if you need. Whew. Okay, so we'll just have a little flap of our butterfly wings, having a drink of water. The last exercise is on core. So we will do 4 of one and 4 of another. So the first 4 is belly bonfire. Called belly bonfire because the more you do it, the more intense the fire in your belly shall get. So for this one, the legs are completely relaxed. Hands come so your fingers are around your ears, elbows are relaxed. We lift from the chest. So this isn't a crunch, it's a lift up from the chest. And that's all we're doing, keeping the head long, keeping the neck long, just lifting from the chest. Exhale on the up. If you've been coming a while and belly bonfire is starting to feel too easy, you can always have your hands directly up above you and do the belly bonfire that way. But keep your neck nice and long. So that's going to be the first 4 rounds. Second 4 rounds, we'll do eagle crunch. So we cross our legs and wrap them around, and then we cross our hands and wrap them around. Keeping the neck nice and long, we crunch elbows to knees, elbows to knees, elbows to knees. So we do 4 like that. And then we can lay on the floor and rest and recover. So first 4, belly bonfire. Second 4, eagle crunch. Get ready. Okay, let's go. So relaxed legs, lift from the chest, keeping the head nice and long. You can have your hands at your ears, elbows relaxed out. Excellent, and rest. 3 more belly bonfires. Let's go. So either hands around your ears, lifting from the chest, keeping the neck long. Exhale on the up. Trying to flatten out the belly, or you can have your hands up to the ceiling. Lifting from the chest only, and rest. That's 2 done, 2 to go. Keep those legs nice and relaxed. Let's go, next round. Good. Last round of these. So if you want to take your hands up to the ceiling to increase the intensity, that's entirely up to you, or you can keep them either side of your ears. Try to keep the belly flattened, lifting from the chest. Good, and relax. So the next one is eagle crunch. So eagle legs and eagle arms, we crunch the elbow to the knees. So cross the legs, wrap them round, cross the arms, wrap them round, and crunch them together, keeping that neck long. Pulling the belly muscles in. And rest. You can either stretch out long in the rest, or windscreen wiper the knees, whichever feels best for you. Okay, next round, maybe cross the other way and crunch. Keep those belly muscles pulled in. Exhale on the crunch. Good, and rest. 2 more to go. Next round. Keep breathing, keep moving. You're nearly there. Good. Last 20 seconds. You've totally got this. Twisting the other way and crunch. Last 20. Maybe a little bit faster if you can. Keeping those belly muscles pulled in. Keep exhaling on the crunch. Good. Almost there. And you're done. Well done. So stretch out really long on the mat. Arms up above the head. Toes away from you. And then stretch so much that the lower back arches up off the floor. And then maybe stretch out through the right arm and the left leg, and then relax them. Then stretch out through the left arm and the right leg, so stretching opposites. Then relax. Move to one side, stretch, and relax. Move to the other side, stretch, and relax. One more each side, stretch, and relax. Other side, stretch, and relax. Bring the feet to the floor and bring the arms down by your sides. Peel the tailbone up off the floor and lift up into bridge, stretching out down the front of the body. If it's in your practice and you want to take the bind and roll onto your shoulders, then feel free to do so, or just stay in bridge. Lifting the hips up as high as you can, squeezing the glute muscles, squeezing the inner thighs towards one another, making sure the neck is nice and long. And then exhale, release the bind, unroll the shoulders, and roll the spine bone by bone back down onto the mat. Take the arms out of the way of the sides, take the feet as wide as the yoga mat, and then windscreen wiper the knees into the middle. One knee comes in, then the other knee comes in. Maybe stretching the knee away from you as you get to the end of the movement to really stretch down the side body. And coming back to the middle, make sure you're nice and straight on the mat, feet parallel, toes pointing to the bottom of the mat, arms down by the sides. Take the left foot up towards the ceiling and take the right arm up towards the ceiling, so opposite arm and leg. Engage both those limbs and really stretch them up towards the ceiling and then peel them apart from one another, so the legs going down towards the ground and the arms going down towards the ground. Really stretching them apart, stretching them apart, stretching them apart. And when they reach the mat, just relax and release those two limbs. This is a great way to stretch out the muscles through the deep core of the body. And bring the right arm down by the side of the body and bring the left foot back to the mat. Then take the right leg up and the left arm up. Really stretch those limbs up towards the ceiling. Engage all the muscles around the bones. Really stretch and make them strong. And then peel them apart from one another. As the leg goes down, the arm comes up. Really stretching them away, stretching them away, stretching them away. And then when they touch down onto the ground, completely relax and release those limbs. Stretching out through the other side of the deep core muscles, through the psoas, through the iliacus. Then bringing the left arm down by the side, bring the right foot back to the mat, and then we'll do a twist. So you can do any twist that's in your practice that you feel like you want to do today, or you can join me in doing a full back twist where we'll lift the hips up, scoot them over to the right and pop them down. Then hug the knees into the chest. For a deeper twist, you can cross the legs over or just keep the legs side by side. And then roll the knees over to the left. Relaxing down through the shoulders, relaxing down through the arms, and then take your gaze over towards the right. Take 3 really deep inhales here, taking the breath deep into the belly. And on every exhale, seeing if you can relax into the pose a bit more. Seek out any areas where you might be holding tension and try to relax and release them with the breath. You can place the left arm on top of the right knee if you feel like you need more leverage. Good, then bring the head back to centre, take a nice big inhale, release the arm if you've moved it. On the exhale, pull the core muscles in and roll the hips back onto the mat with the feet coming down last. Then straighten yourself up, ready for the other side. Lift up the hips, this time scoot them over to the left and pop them down. Then hug the knees in, crossing the legs over if you want a deeper stretch, or keeping the legs side by side, and roll them over to the right, grounding down through the shoulders and through the arms, looking out over your left shoulder. Again, send the breath deep into the belly, and on each exhale, see if you can relax and release anywhere you might still be holding tension. You can place the right hand on top of the left knee if that feels good. And bring the head back to centre. Release the hand if you had it. Take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, pull the tummy in and roll the hips back to the mat. Drop the feet down to the mat. Straighten yourself up and come into final Savasana. Arms come down by your sides, palms up. Legs go out long, feet fall open. Unless you have any lower back pain, in which case bring the feet to the floor and let the knees roll in. Just take 6 deep breaths in Savasana to seal your practice for today. Then 3 big breaths in through the nose and sighing the breath out through the mouth. Join me on the inhale. And wiggling the fingers and the toes, circling through the wrists and the ankles, maybe rolling the head from one side to the other. Move the body in whatever way it wants to move. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your side and come up to seated. Thank you so much for getting up and making the effort to practice with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. The sun's come out to say hello as well, which is beautiful. And I hope to see you on your mats again soon.